Hey guys, it's Jag. Welcome back to the arcade. Let's get back to just another game. Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. And last time we left off just as we got the next chapter page, A Legacy of Darkness.
You are not free to leave this plane until you complete a task for me. You are to hunt and kill the master of this house. Do this one thing, and you will be free. Else fear the wrath of Xelatoth. Everything is complete for your arrival, Master. Now we must wait for the planets to align, and that is not too many years from now. Another Roivus has crossed our path. This time, we will not be so merciful.
Mercy has no place in this world. It has only a place for me.
He will meet such a horrible death that the rest of the line will never set foot in his house again.
Pray to me that they don't. Pray to me anyway.
Well, that's certainly ominous. I wonder who he could possibly be talking about. Why don't we read the next chapter page and find out?
My education in psychiatry did not prepare me. I would love to see how Freud's view of his mother would change with the knowledge of Cthulhu. How Skinner would incorporate Xelatoth into his behaviorist theories. How Jung would accommodate Ulioth into his theory of the collective unconscious. Like my ancestor Maximillian, I too had an interest in my family tree. As a psychiatrist, I believed that science could provide answers into my family's sordid, bizarre past. It was with great excitement that I began my search. The mansion's history was filled with my colorful predecessors. Everything from convicted and hung witches to committed madmen, each laying their own peculiar mark on its character. I intended to find their secrets.
We all know that that's gonna end well, but right away, we see a shiny on the fireplace. Remember the infamous words of a famous Let's Player, "Shiny is good." Pick it up. We found a historical journal. Inside, an old musty book bound in dry, dusty leather. This book covers the early history of the Roivus family dating back before the settlers in this land. There appears to be something pressed between the pages. Should we get it out? Sure. And we found the minute hand of a clock. Interesting. Well, we'll probably figure out what we need to do with that. Let's look around the mansion a little bit more. This is kind of an interesting chapter in that you kind of more or less get straight to the heart of things. Nothing has changed significantly in the mansion, but it is a good idea to get an idea of what the rooms are like, collect all the goodies. So let's do that real quick. Let's do a sweep before shit gets real. Hello. The servant notices Edward's presence and comments on the weather. Idle chit-chat. Interesting. Okay, the kitchen hasn't changed all that much. A grandiose kitchen fireplace with all of the amenities of modern life. It hasn't been used in quite some time. No, I don't want to look at it again. That is still something that bothers me all the time. And something that I'm going to be doing more than I want. Ooh, play the piano. Edward has never learned the piano, but that has not stopped him from hammering away at the keys now and again. It is very therapeutic. Perhaps one day he would learn it properly. Perhaps another day I will learn not to do this. And he will stop ruining his piano for no good reason. Ooh, shiny! An antique cavalry saber mounted on a display stand gleams in the moonlight. Let's pick it up. Apparently its edge has been kept very nicely over the years. Can we get into our secret study? A bizarre decorated mantel frames the fireplace. Adorned with odd sigils arranged in a circular fashion, it is unlike most of the art in the house. Perhaps this has some special significance? No, you cannot get into the secret study from here. Also, every time I come out of that screen, that light flickers and it makes me think I'm getting some sort of text notification or a video error. I don't like it. I don't like you, lamp. I wish you didn't exist. Interestingly enough, this used to have stained glass. These doors used to be a lot more elaborate. So, it's going to be very important for you to understand what servant is where and how the house looks. Let's not go in there, because you're going to be needing to run to locations on very short notice. And I thought I was examining this. She informs Edward that she believes the weather will worsen and that she hasn't heard it being this bad for many decades. That's great. I wanted to look at the stained glass. Could you go away? An exorbitant and out-of-place stained glass window ends the hallway. Whoever put it here had eclectic taste and confirms Edward's belief that the mansion is more folly than a real house. Not really sure what that's supposed to mean. If you're curious, look it up, because I don't know. And I'm not going to look it up for purposes of this video. We got stuff to do. Like looking in the bathroom for nothing. Excellent use of our time there. Shotgun shells. A book. Let's pick up the book. Journal of Family History rests on the bench. We have found another historical journal. What's this one about? An old musty book bound in dry, dusty leather. This book covers the recent history of the Roivas family, going back perhaps 150 years. There appears to be something pressed between the pages. Should we get it out? Yes. And we found the hour hand of the clock. So now we have a minute hand and an hour hand. We need to find a clock that's missing it. Meanwhile, as a true American, I'm going to stare at this gun. Edward is reassured at the sight of the family gun cabinet, itself a priceless antique. He would rather not have to smash the windows to get inside, but where did he leave that key? Marca! Yeah! What's over here? Dude, get out of the way. You are between me and a shiny. Even worse, you're between me and elephant gun ammunition. How dare you? You're fired! I want you out of this house tonight! Alright, one more place to look. In here, this is the master bedroom. And there's another shiny here, some more shotgun shells, very nice. Another servant getting in my way. I'm making a list. Anything in the bathroom that we care about? The master bathroom is woefully Spartan and only barely contemporary. It appears to satisfy the most practical of tastes, or perhaps someone who has his mind set on other things, like not bathing. Seriously, the one place you want your house to be the most comfortable is probably the bathroom. You want to encourage use of the bathroom as much as possible. It's very needed. I don't know where I'm going with this. Let's just leave. I don't want to talk about bathrooms. I'm not another famous Let's Player. The servant noticed... Yeah, I don't care. Alright. Can we go here? Door is locked. We cannot get down there. Sad face. Well, we know where we saw a clock before that could use hands of this size. We actually saw two clocks, and I'm just going to go to the one that we solved the puzzle with, in the interest of time. Plus, it kind of outright tells you here. Spoopy ghost!
You know who I am, Edward. Although you are doing your best not to believe it, I am your ancestor. I died in an asylum after trying to warn the world. The pain and anguish I felt in that cell has empowered me to linger after my death. I must complete what I started, Edward. The darkness must be stopped, or all of humanity may end. Set the clock to the 33rd minute of the 3rd hour.
Okie dokie. Just remember, like any good horror game, the secret to immortality is to be tortured to death. That will let you live forever. Alright, so we need to put in the hour hand. I probably should have read that, but whatever. Too late now. No going back. If you want to read it, pause. The ghost asked Edward to set the clock, and now with 2 hands on the clock face, it can be adjusted. Should we adjust the clock? Yeah, always listen to ghosts. That's what Casper taught me. Man, is my audience old enough to remember Casper the friendly ghost? There we go. Dude, you're a ghost. You didn't have to wait for me to open the door.
Take them and use them. They are humanity's only hope. Destroy the Guardians, Edward, and avenge my waste and death.
Sure thing, whoever you are. Before that, we're gonna loot the room, because just like all the other times when we pick up the Tome of Eternal Darkness, shit gets very real very fast. And we want to be prepared for that. In fact, I'm actually going to save before I pick it up, because there's a secret weapon here that you can easily miss. And I want to be able to grab it, if at all possible. Let's equip the saber. Go ahead and get that out of the way. And then, is there something else? No, that was the light. Interesting thing to note that Edward didn't discover or furnish this room until now. You can see a lot of these chapter hints have been set up before he ever arrived. I'm guessing he just... Ooh, don't forget the revolver. I'm guessing he just used them to set up the paper trail for Alex, but he didn't actually do anything in this room otherwise. Okay, we have all of that. Let's go ahead and save the game. Let's use this slot. Oh, hang on. My cat is giving her war cry. Sorry about that. Whenever she meows like that, she has to be reassured that yes, I am in the house, and yes, I think she is the best provider for our family. Because she is a little huntress. She's very huntress. She is a huntress. She knows it's a very important job, and she's going to tell everyone about it. Anyways, she has a mournful little war cry, but that's her war cry. Let's go ahead and grab this. Yes. And now we have the knowledge of the ancients, and we want to immediately shield ourselves and enchant our saber. And now we're going to have to run. And I'm not going to talk very much during this, but just know that once we leave here, we have to get upstairs very quickly. Because that thing is now attacking the servants, and we have to save one of them in particular. We're going to ignore basically everything in this room. We'll come back for it. Don't care about you. Gotta get upstairs for someone more important. Run, run, run. Open the door. This is kind of a race, but we're actually doing a pretty good job of keeping up with them. So we should be able to save this guy. I hope. Since we're right here. Stop. Oop. No, don't kill the servant. Please don't kill my servant, Matterrock. Did I screw myself here? If so, I'll reload, but hopefully I didn't. So now he's going to run down there to recharge and attack another servant. I was afraid that that was going to happen. Please don't kill my servant. I screwed myself. Shit. Alright, we're going to reload, and I'll see you guys in a second. There we go. I didn't enchant with Matterrock this time, just in case I did hit the servant once, I wouldn't poison him. By the way, this is a very Silicon Knights feeding animation. Anyone who's played Legacy of Kain knows what that's like. But now, if you talk to him, shaken by his brush with death, the servant gives his thanks. He warns that the creature might still be around and extra firepower would be handy. Reminded by his own words, he fishes a key from his pocket and gives it to Edward. Now you have the key to the gun cabinet. Now you don't really care about this guy. And I didn't really want to attack him. That was the wrong button. I was kind of hoping to heal and shield myself and also enchant. Sorry, dude. That was a total accident. Even though it kind of is funny that it happened as soon as I said you don't really care about this guy. Alright, we'll just enchant. Okay, dude, you're in the way. So now that I've got this key, pardon me while I save again. Oh, I can't. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I think because the vampire can attack at any point, you can't really save right now. which kind of sucks. But we can use the gun cabinet key, and now we can get the secret weapon. The gun cabinet is now unlocked. You have acquired an elephant gun. Yeah. This function allows the character to change the fire selector on guns. So, mode, we can fire both barrels or just a single barrel. Let's go with a single barrel for now. The elephant gun is very powerful, by the way, and you can easily put yourself in a bad situation if you abuse it. So we'll save it for when we're fighting something very difficult. Until then, we'll deal with our enchanted saber, and also, if we have the magic, we're going to cast a reveal invisible spell, because that will help us fight the vampire. Let's cast it under Manarok, or Chaturga. Alright, now, wherever he goes for a limited time, we should be able to see him. You can also see him, he's downstairs. Just went upstairs and we missed him. You can also see him very briefly when the lightning flashes. Aha, he's going in the small bedroom this time. Now it doesn't matter so much if you kill the servants. None of them have a secret for you. If you're a humanitarian, obviously you want to try to avoid that. It also keeps you from having additional enemies to fight. But you're not going to miss out on anything if they accidentally die. Now that we have the elephant gun, we want to go back downstairs and pick up a bunch of goodies that we missed. You'll notice that there was a shiny I passed up. There's also a spell that we can get that we also passed up, and we might as well put that maid out of her misery so we don't have to deal with her again. There we go. And if we examine the floor, half a key tumbles out from the vase that has been toppled and smashed. It glints on the floor. We found the bottom half of the basement key. But where is the top half? Is a question we should ask ourselves. Let's not forget this scroll. The Magic Pool spell scroll. This is going to be a very useful spell for Edward. This basically lets you regenerate whatever alignment you cast it under. And if you like, you can actually cast it under all alignments and it'll last a while and be very expensive to cast, not gonna lie. Let's see, what was the spell? I forgot it already. The Magic Pool spell, check. It needs Tear and Red Gormer. Alright, yeah, summon area, that's right. Let's do it under 5 point. Tear. Oh, Red Gormer, we'll go with that. Tear, Tear, Tear. Pargon, 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 Pargon. Tear. Can I even cast this? That's a good question. We'll go ahead and discover it. That way we have a 7 point spell. Oh, I want to cast it now. I can. Excellent. It took all of my magic. But now we will regenerate all of our aspects. This is very good to put on. You can see my magic is going up really quickly. You definitely want to put this on if you're going into a particularly tough fight or you're playing a particularly weak character. And let's face it, this guy is not the strongest. Can I save yet? Nope. Okay. Here he is. Coming back from the basement. Let's go ahead and cast a Reveal Invisible, and we'll see if we can fight him here. Reveal Invisible, cast Chaturga. Excellent. In its desperation to escape from Edward, the vampire creature drops the top half of a key onto the floor. We know what to do with that. And now he's going to be confined to the basement. He's not going to come up and attack the servants anymore, but if I'm right, you still can't save until he's gone. So let's hope for the best, because if we game over here, this is a lot of backtracking and replaying that we're going to have to do. Let's assemble the broken basement key, and then we'll enchant to repair it. Spell list, enchant, 3, Chaturga. Very good. Now, let's put up our shield. Let's enchant the saber. Alright, we don't quite have enough energy to do that. Shouldn't take but a second. Can we do it now? There we go. Alright, now it's time to fight the vampire for real, because we're going to chase him out of the house completely. You can kind of hit and run with this fight. I recommend you do that. You're not going to actually target the vampire, you're going to target this. You want to destroy this first, because otherwise the vampire is just going to continue healing up from it. Walk out here, replenish our shield. That magic pool spell is so good. Come back down here, keep hitting some more. And now with that broken, you want to fight the vampire. So let's go back upstairs to make this a little bit easier on us. Without his ability to regenerate, this guy is not going to be that bad as long as we take it slow and steady. Let's cast a 3-point Reveal Invisible. Let's refresh our shield. Let's refresh our Mantarok Saber. Now we'll enter combat seriously. We can see him, we're shielded from him. We should be able to hit him and just beat the crap out of him. And that's it. If you do it properly, it's a very simple fight. If you try to fight the vampire first, he will just continue healing and you won't make any progress. You have to take out the Zelotov monument and then kill the vampire. Now we can collect all the goodies, and that Mantarok rune is still in place. That is an excellent investment for the magic that you put into it. We've recovered that magic many times over. A tattered scroll lies on the dusty shelf. We found the Summon Horror spell scroll. Oh my god. We can summon our own horrors to fight for us now. Ooh. That's really tempting, actually. More elephant gun ammunition. Hidden in the shadowy corner of the basement, an antique double shotgun is displayed on the wall. We'll take that. If you didn't get the elephant gun, the double shotgun is almost as good. And I believe we have done everything that we can do up to this point. I'm going to refresh my shield, and we're going to call it an episode here. Next time, we actually have access to the bottom of the well. Zelda, Zelda, reference, reference. We should go down and figure out exactly where that creature came from. See you guys then. Thanks for coming out and joining me today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Y'all have a great day. Later.